Well, hello to my Parkview Baptist Church family. It is Friday, almost lunchtime at the time of this recording. And as soon as we get it uploaded, you'll have an opportunity to check this out if you so desire. Hey, I want to share a couple of announcements with you up front, just a little bit of review and even some things in the future. And then I want to talk about this coming Sunday for just a moment with you. So first of all, and these are in no particular order, but this past week, we had a pretty phenomenal business meeting as a church. I was very impressed with all the different reports that came to the church, of what's happening. I really believe we are starting to come out of some of the things culturally that we've experienced with COVID, and I look for even greater things ahead. A couple of things that we voted on that I believe are very big, in case you did not hear, is that number one, we are going to repave our main parking lot out here. That has been such a long time need for safety reasons, for just the aesthetics of it, but more than anything, just to make sure we're safe and doing things the way we should and protecting those with walkers, wheelchairs, and everything. And so more will be coming on that as we try to be more functional and, again, safer out here. So I'm very proud that we're going to be doing that. It's going to happen somewhere between now and the end of the year is our hope, and that is what we also believe will happen. Another thing that we voted on is that we're obviously going to be removing a couple of buildings here probably next year. It's the buildings on the other side of the property where the auto care place is, as well as a storage building. But as we begin to remove those buildings, and the word that I'm thinking of is begin to beautify our campus a little bit, I believe it will make us at least physically a lot more attractive as people drive by. And we're going to begin to do that as well. Your church approved that also, but that probably will not happen till after the beginning of 2022, but that is very soon, and it'll happen very quickly. So I'm very proud of that and looking forward to these things, as I'm sure that you are. Now, a couple of announcements for us at this particular time. Number one, Trunk or Treat is coming up in about 10 days or 9 days from today, Sunday the 31st. Christy Gissendaner would love to hear from you if she has not already heard from you, if you're willing to volunteer. She needs volunteers. She needs help even prior to the 31st. And so if you have some time to give her that you can help pack bags and pack goodies and things that I don't even know about, but that she could tell you about, I would love for you to contact her as soon as possible and help her and her team out if you would. That's going to be here at 6 o'clock Sunday night. We're going to ask all of our discipleship groups to come help us get information from people, their contact info, their addresses. We would love to communicate with people that would share that with us through card, through email, through a visit, whatever they would allow. So you help us come that night and serve our community well. And we look forward to that happening then. I do believe the city is going to allow us to block off our little portion of the street there. So as you come that night, be looking for cones so that you can pull straight into the parking lot or other places. So I believe they're going to allow that to happen on our behalf. Also, Operation Christmas Child is coming into its final weeks, final days of packing boxes and then box collection. And so if you have not yet done that, I'm not sure when the next time or if the next time Boxes of Love will be open for you, but you can certainly still get your boxes here. I do know that, and we'll update you more on that this coming Sunday when you're at church. Now, for this coming Sunday with the message that I have for you, we are going to be wrapping up part number 10, and that's the last one of our series called Disciple. And this week we're going to talk about the fact that we are to live with a purpose. If you've heard any of my last couple of messages, I've shared with you on a couple of occasions I have 2 goals for my message, and I've had 2 different goals each week. I believe the first one was that you would become a part of a discipleship group, and I can't remember what the second goal was now. I shouldn't have started that. But last week I said my 2 goals included that you would become a part of a discipleship group and that your heart would be broken for our community. And so this Sunday, I have 2 goals for you once again. And the first one is this. You can imagine, I want you to become a part of a discipleship group. I want you to be in one of these homes. I want you to be with a tight-knit group, studying together, talking together about what the Lord is doing in the life of our church. in you personally as a disciple. And so once again, that would be my first goal. My second goal for this Sunday is this, that you would believe something about yourself that you may have never believed before. Okay? I'm going to save what that is for this Sunday. But if we are going to be disciples that live with a purpose, then you must believe what I'm going to tell you this coming Sunday. It is fully biblical. It is straight from the Word of God. Some things that we have believed about ourselves that are not true are straight from the world and not from God. And I hope to clarify some of those things because I believe it's important if you are going to be the disciple that God has called you to be. So this finale sermon, so to speak, to this particular series is very important to me. I've just now sent out the material to our discipleship leaders. It'll be here available for you Sunday when you arrive at church, and I can't wait for that to happen. Now, you might be asking, well, Mike, why are you standing where you are now? I've never seen that whiteboard behind you, and I'm glad you asked. So let me tell you this because I'm going to give you a couple of other thoughts. This whiteboard in my office is just some scratch notes that I have from all these 10 things of being a disciple. It has to do with being purposeful. It's going to be a part of our mission and even our vision creation. I have written on this whiteboard in different colors, black, green, red. I sit right here at this table or the little sofa that's right behind my phone right now, videoing this, and I'll stare at this whiteboard from time to time. I'll pray over it. I'll erase it. I'll rewrite it. So I don't expect you to see and know what all's written back there. But I just kind of want you to know what I do in some of my time as I go over all this and look at it, because here's what's important about this in a couple different ways. What you see back here is scratch on the last 10, or with this Sunday, the 10 messages on being a disciple that will serve, number one, as a template for our vision and our mission for our future. And so as we re-engage this vision committee that we had begun, and then it got derailed a little bit with sickness and so forth, but as it comes back here in the very, very near future, it's going to serve as a template where everything we do as we try to understand what God's vision for our church is and to know what our true mission is, this is going to serve as that for us. And so this is going to get erased, I guarantee, at least one more time, possibly more, as I try to finalize that. But I love to sit in here and just look at it and ask the Lord to speak to me about those things. If you ever want to come in here, sit down with me and pray with me about it, talk about it, and look at it and see what it's all about, you come and join me in my office. I'd love to do that with you. But here's another thing, and this will be the final thing I spend amount of time on with you today, and that is this. This will also help us and help me as I present to you as a church what we need as other pastoral staff at our church. The pastoral staff, and this is the case for anyone, okay, not just us, that you once had that helped you get to where you are now is not always the same staff that's going to be required to help you get to where you want to be. In other words, roles, expectations, duties, all those kinds of things may very well need to shift so that you, because our culture has shifted around us. Some of the things that we do well as a church, some of the things that we do not do well as a church, that we must shore up in all these different ways in order to achieve our mission may need to change. And so that's what I'll be presenting to you as a church very soon. But this also serves as a template in my mind and my heart for that as we think about being the disciples that God has called us to be. So I'm looking forward to Sunday very much. This will be the final message again. If you cannot be with us, I invite you to join us on our YouTube channel and our live stream. If at all possible, come fill up our sanctuary. What an encouragement it is to see pews full and people standing and singing and hearing their voices behind me as I stand on that front row, and then to see your faces as I share the Word of God with you. So a lot of good things are coming as a church. A lot of structural and campus type work is coming. It's going to improve our facility a lot, and it's going to be wonderful to watch this and see it happen over the next weeks and months. Trunk or treat, Operation Christmas Child, be a part of a discipleship group, and then come also Sunday night prepared to believe, Sunday morning, to believe something about yourself that you probably have never believed, and to discard those false beliefs that the world has put on us for so long about who we are as followers of Christ. So I look forward to seeing you Sunday. Hey, if you ever have any questions or thoughts that you want to talk to me about, text me, call me, email me, whatever you want to do. And if I haven't heard from you, look forward to seeing you on Sunday. God bless you, church family. Bye-bye.